Welcome back. I totally have not been, not playing for a month or 2 or 3. And I'm just continuing where I left off, which was maybe still talking to this guy. You see a slightly stooped old man with a full gray beard and a lion's mane of gray hair. I have never seen this man before. He wears a couple of shoulder guards as armor, and he keeps a helmet nearby. He smokes a pipe and carries a pouch of tobacco around his waist. He looks pretty strong, but he's a little plump and also appears to have some sort of breathing trouble. Well now, aren't you a sight, lad? Never have I seen so many scars blanketing a fella. Like a scar cloak you're wearing. Where you been? Hanging out in a grain thresher? Oh, I'm just jesting with you, lad. No offense meant, and I hope no offense taken. I'm Ebb. He extends his hand. I really don't remember talking to this guy anymore. Oh. I refuse. Greetings, Ebb. His handshake is firm. Now, I hereby tender my apologies for the unfair jesting, lad. Hope no hard feelings. Can I buy you a tankard or two of something to smooth any ruffled feathers? Why not? That's the spirit, lad. Bide a moment. He comes back an hour later. He rises to his feet, and heads to the bar. After a moment, he falls down. He returns to his seat with a pair of tankards. Here you go, lad. Drink up. He takes a massive swallow from his own tankard, puffs on his pipe, and says, "What can old Ebb do for you on this fine sigil day?" I'm pretty sure the last time I talked to him, I did not notice that he couldn't breathe when he was talking. Wasn't him? Okay, apparently it wasn't him. I have a backseat player today. I had some questions about this place. Oh, well, I gathered that just to look at you. You don't look like you're from around these parts, lad. You look a little too out of sorts to be a seasoned native. He chuckles, then takes another drink. So what can I help you with, lad? You need to know the lay of the land. Ebb winks. Who are you? What are you doing? What is this place? Yes, tell me how this city and its environs work. You don't think small, do ye? If you want to know what's outside the city, go talk to Candrian Illborn over there. He's the traveler of this place. As for the rest of it, well, I can tell you of the lady, the Dabus, keys, and portals, the way we keep track of time, the way the city is laid out. What was it you wanted to know? Can you just answer all those questions continuously? Tell me of the lady. Well now, not many know much about her, lad. And I'm figuring even those that know more than a little don't know too much more. Think about that. She's a mystery, she is. And even should you run across her, powers forbid, she's silent and deadly. She's not evil, far as I can tell, but she keeps the dark about herself and Sigil pretty tight. None's been able to penetrate it, and if they have, they've been mazed. Mazed! Oh my god! They're trapped in a maze forever? Sometimes bloods will be packed off to a place where they can't do no harm. The lady, see, she'll take a bit of sigil and make a little dimensional pocket out of it. A maze. She places those that have crossed her in there and lets them rot. Ebb puffs his pipe. As a side note, that totally sounds like that anime where they're magical girls. What is it? I don't know. Madoka Magica. You should check it out. Anyway. He puffs his pipe again. Now, you can't escape getting mazed once the lady sets her gaze on you, lad. She'll get you eventually, no matter how hard you try and dodge her. You'll be walking down an alley or about to step through a portal. I'm getting kind of scared now. Or take a left turn down a street you've gone many-fold times before. And suddenly, you're someplace you don't recognize, exactly like that anime. Now, mazes aren't escape-proof. If you find the witch and kill her weakness. There's always a way out of each one. A portal the lady places there. You just have to figure out where it is and how to use it. Yes, I keep a mouse in my pocket for helping me get out of mazes. Pretty sure it'll help me. Or in this case, my floating skull, which can just possibly, hopefully, float over the walls and find a way out for me. I had some other questions about sigil. Tell me of the Dabus. Those funny floating bloods that speak in symbols? Ebb laughs. Quite a piece of work, eh? The Dabus are kind of the lady's janitors and workmen, doing exactly what she wants. Make sure sigil's running up to snuff. Patching walls, tearing down old buildings, building new ones, setting up portals, sealing off others, and on and on. They're a pretty neutral faring bunch, and you don't want to interfere with one or kill one, or you'll bring the lady's wrath down on you right quick. Well, dang, I was hoping I could make friends with one and just have him show me around, find all the portals and whatnot. Why? I had some other questions about sigil. Tell me of sigil's time. The way we measure time in sigils by the brightness of the sky, well, that's pretty handy. See, we haven't got a sun and moon like most worlds. We just got this everlasting haze. that brightens and darkens at regular cycles. That's convenient. What most folks call midnight, we call anti-peak. What they call noon, we call peak. See, it's based on the peak and anti-peak of the brightness. So when someone says something's about 5 hours past peak, that's what they mean. That's so interesting. Tell me about the city's layout. Phew! Let me wet my tongue. He takes a pull from his tankard. The city floats above an infinitely tall spire. The spire. Yeah. It lies on its side, like a discarded wagon wheel. But there's no spokes that connect it to the spire. It's divided into 6 wards, each of them with its own function. Right now, you're in the hive. I think the purpose of the hive is to be squalor to the rest of the city's grandeur. Factions, philosophical clubs, or gangs if you prefer, divide up the running of the city between them. Oh wait, go on. Oh, damn. Go on. The city's called the Crossroads of the Plains, and the City of Doors, and the Cage. It's got portals to all of creation, they say. And all manner of beasties come through here to trade, call kip, or hop from one place to another. Now, that's just the quick version, lad. You'll have to experience the place for yourself. Good, I don't want to read the long version. You mentioned something about portals? Sigil's called the City of Doors for a reason, lad. There's portals everywhere. Portals are, well, like doors that lead across the multiverse. Except they don't look like doors. Instead, they can be any bounded space. Window, door, pothole. I can't wait to jump through a portal into the ground. Picture frame, barrel hoop, the spaces inside scaffolding, a wardrobe. Each could be a portal, waiting for just the right key to open it and take you someplace in the multiverse. This is making me think of all those survival horror games, and also just RPGs in general, where you're carrying all this crap that there's no way you can carry. Oh yes, I've got like 15 daggers. I've got a pocket full of rings. I've got like 7 necklaces, and some 2x4s, and some gloves, and some extra pairs of boots, and all of these things. And like, here's the purpose in this game, where who knows what you'll pick up that will actually get you somewhere. And it's like, maybe it's not this pair of boots. Maybe I just need 1 boot. Wait, maybe I need 17 boots. Now it will work. Let me just jump into this barrel hoop. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe this flower. Let's pick up everything we find. Now. Keys. Go on. Each portal has a key you need to open it. Now, the easiest way is to pick up everything you find. I mean, while portals can be any bounded space, keys have more variety. They can be anything from a little tune you hum when next to the portal, to dancing a jig, to being in the right mood. Well, that one would suck. To having a piece of the place you want to go in your hand. And on and on. In my youth, I once convinced a girl that kissing a man beside it could open a portal to Arcadia. Isn't that a bar? Turned out I was right! And many trips to Arcadia did we have. Many portals probably have never been found. There are some you can uncover just by asking people and getting the right key. What, that's exactly, I mean, duh, that's what you already said. If somebody knows the key. Okay, anyway. Finding out the dark of a portal is the toughest part. That's okay, I don't know what that means. But I warn you, lad. Portal hoppin' shouldn't be a pastime for a fella in your way, covered in scars and whatnot. Nor should you be wandering sigil after dark, neither. You'd do best to stick to the main ways. In open peak, and watch yourself. I had some other questions about sigil. Tell me about nothing. Just kidding. Actually, I had some other questions. Do you know someone named Farid? I would just literally ask everyone I talk to. Farid? Ebb frowns and takes the pipe from his mouth. Now, lad, what do you be wanting with a Burke like Farid? Nothing? None of your business. I think he stole some of my belongings. Oh, no doubt, lad. No doubt. Ebb grumbles, chewing on his pipe. You have to chain up everything around that grasping little spider. He should have been one of the fated, the way anything not chained down slips into his parlor. Don't give him a yard, or he'll take a league, eh? Yes, exactly. What do you know about him? Well, now I don't know everything there is to know about old Farid, but I know some of the dark surrounding him. If you're determined to track down that spider and nail him to a wall, then I suppose I could spill some of the chant, so you know what you're tangling with. Finally, useful information! He pauses to tamp his pipe. Farid dug his nest deep into Ragpicker's Square not too long ago. Got a bunch of collectors and gangs together. Started what one could almost consider a collecting faction. Be that as it may be, where can I find him? Like, don't bother that I'm interrupting you, but where? I don't understand. Well, lad, if you're looking for Farid, which I would say is pretty barmy of you, you're a little off the beaten path. You want to be finding Ragpicker's Square. Chant is, Farid set up his kip somewhere in the square. Didn't he just tell me this? Even an old fella like me, who's been around the ring a few times, don't know exactly where. I figure that Farid wants to keep the dark on his location dark. If you're all bound and determined to find Farid, go to Ragpicker's Square and try and dig up Farid's location from some of the locals. Try and be careful about it, since there's plenty in the square that would make a gut harp out of you as soon as look at ya. Thanks. So he's in a rag picker square, right? What other places can you recommend? Well, Ebb puffs on his pipe and studies you. This is perhaps the best kip you could have wandered into from the start. Judging by your tattoos, you might be partial to having designs on your body, in which case there's a tattoo salon a little spireward from here. You want to stay away from the alley of dangerous angles if you can. Ignis torched that place not long ago, and ever since, a bunch of bad bloods have set up their kip in that stretch of desert. Oh, that's okay, I'm pretty sure I killed them. I had some other questions. Who are you? Ebb Creek Knees, third measure of the harmonium. Now retired, and being a tout with one's voice, since I don't step as lightly as I might these past 2 or 3 decades. Now, lad, who be you, and what trouble might you be in? Oh, don't worry about that. Third measure of the harmonium, you say? Ebb puffs up slightly in pride, and gets a semi-stern look on his face. Aye. Third measure of the harmonium. He relaxes a little. Though I haven't served a tour of duty in many a decade. Pushing a quill wasn't quite up my alley after all the fights and skirmishes I've been in. So I just bide my time, keeping tabs on things down here in the hive, and helping out a little where I can. And you look like someone who might need a hand. Are you in some kind of trouble, lad? Can't you tell I'm avoiding answering? What fights and skirmishes have you been in? Okay, I'm gonna pause and do another video.